Have you ever wondered what an emergency fund really is and why everyone keeps talking about it? In this video, we'll break down the basics of emergency funds, why they're so important, and how much you should actually save. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or looking to strengthen your safety net, understanding emergency funds is a crucial step. Let's start by exploring what an emergency fund is and why it's considered the foundation of good financial health. An emergency fund is a dedicated pool of money set aside to cover unexpected expenses. Think of it as your financial safety net. This fund is not meant for planned purchases or vacations, but for real emergencies like sudden medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. By having this money set aside, you can avoid going into debt or dipping into your long-term savings when life throws you a curveball. It's all about being prepared for the unexpected. Imagine your car breaks down, or you suddenly face a medical emergency. Without an emergency fund, you might have to rely on credit cards or loans, which can lead to debt and financial stress. An emergency fund gives you peace of mind, knowing you have a buffer to handle life's surprises. It's not just about money, it's about security and reducing anxiety when the unexpected happens. That's why building an emergency fund is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. So, what counts as an emergency? Common examples include losing your job, facing unexpected medical expenses, urgent home repairs, or sudden car breakdowns. These are situations that require immediate attention and can't be postponed. An emergency fund is not for planned expenses like vacations or new gadgets. It's strictly for those moments when life throws something at you out of the blue, and you need quick access to cash. It's important to know what doesn't qualify as an emergency. Planned expenses like vacations, holiday gifts, or upgrading your phone shouldn't be paid for with your emergency fund. These are predictable and should be budgeted for separately. Using your emergency fund for non-emergencies can leave you vulnerable when a real crisis hits. Always keep your emergency fund strictly for true unexpected needs. Your emergency fund should be easily accessible, but not so easy that you're tempted to dip into it for everyday spending. A high-yield savings account is a popular choice. It keeps your money safe, earns a bit of interest, and can be accessed quickly when needed. Avoid investing your emergency fund in stocks or assets that can lose value or take time to liquidate. The goal is safety and liquidity. Now, let's talk numbers. How much should you actually save in your emergency fund? Most financial experts recommend saving 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This means if your monthly expenses are $2,000, your emergency fund should be between $6,000 and $12,000. The exact amount depends on your personal situation, job stability, and comfort level. The key is to have enough to cover your basic needs if your income stops suddenly. To figure out how much you need, start by calculating your essential monthly expenses. This includes rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, transportation, and minimum debt payments. Add these up to get your monthly total. Multiply that number by 3 to 6, depending on how much security you want. This gives you a personalized emergency fund target that fits your lifestyle. Your ideal emergency fund size can vary based on your circumstances. If you have a stable job, no dependents, and low expenses, you might be comfortable with 3 months' worth. But if you're self-employed, have a family, or face irregular income, aiming for 6 months or more is wise. Consider your job, security, health, and any other risks when setting your savings goal. Don't feel overwhelmed if you can't save several months' expenses right away. Starting small is perfectly fine. Even $500 or $1,000 can make a big difference in an emergency. The important thing is to begin building your fund, no matter how modest the amount. Over time, small contributions add up and provide increasing security. Set a realistic savings goal based on your current financial situation. If saving 3 months' expenses feels out of reach, aim for 1 month first. Celebrate milestones along the way, like reaching your first $500 or $1,000. This keeps you motivated and makes the process feel manageable. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. One of the easiest ways to build your emergency fund is by automating your savings. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund every payday. Even small, regular contributions add up over time. Automation removes the temptation to skip saving and helps you stay consistent without thinking about it. Choosing the right place for your emergency fund is important. Look for a high-yield savings account or a money market account that offers easy access and some interest. Avoid tying up your emergency fund in investments that could lose value or be hard to access quickly. The priority is safety and liquidity, not high returns. It's important to keep your emergency fund separate from other savings. This helps you avoid accidentally spending it on non-emergencies. Consider opening a dedicated account just for emergencies. This way, you can clearly see your progress and resist the urge to use the money for other purposes. Only use your emergency fund for true emergency situations that are urgent, necessary, and unexpected. Examples include sudden medical bills, urgent car repairs, or losing your job. If you're unsure whether something qualifies, ask yourself, is this expense necessary for my health, safety, or basic living needs? If not, try to cover it from your regular budget instead. If you ever need to use your emergency fund, make it a priority to replenish it as soon as possible. Resume your regular savings contributions or increase them temporarily if you can. The goal is to restore your safety net so you're prepared for the next unexpected event. Think of it as recharging your financial shield. If you have a family or dependents, your emergency fund should be larger to cover everyone's needs. Consider extra expenses like childcare, medical costs, and food. A bigger safety net ensures your loved ones are protected if something unexpected happens. Adjust your savings target to reflect your family's unique situation. If you're self-employed or have an irregular income, it's wise to aim for a larger emergency fund, sometimes up to a year's worth of expenses. This extra cushion helps you weather periods of low income or unexpected business challenges. The more unpredictable your income, the more important your emergency fund becomes. Homeowners may need a larger emergency fund to cover potential repairs or maintenance, while renters might need less since landlords handle most repairs. However, both should plan for unexpected expenses like job loss or medical emergencies. Tailor your fund size to your living situation and responsibilities. If you're single with no dependents, your emergency fund can be smaller, but it should still cover at least 3 months of essential expenses. Even without a family, emergencies can happen, so having a safety net is still crucial. Adjust your savings goal based on your unique needs and lifestyle. Students may not have many expenses, but it's still smart to have a small emergency fund. This can help with unexpected costs like medical bills, car repairs, or sudden travel. Even a few $100s can make a big difference and prevent you from relying on credit cards or loans. Remember, building an emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. It's okay if it takes months or even years to reach your goal. The important thing is to keep moving forward, even if progress is slow. Consistency and patience will get you there, and every dollar saved increases your financial security. If you have high-interest debt, like credit cards, it's still important to build a small emergency fund around $500 to $1,000 before focusing on paying off debt. This way, you won't need to rely on more debt if an emergency arises. Once you have a starter fund, shift your focus to debt repayment, then return to growing your emergency fund. An emergency fund works alongside insurance, not instead of it. Insurance covers big specific risks like health emergencies or accidents, while your emergency fund handles smaller, unexpected expenses or deductibles. Having both gives you comprehensive protection and peace of mind. Your emergency fund should be separate from your investments. Investments can fluctuate in value and may not be easily accessible when you need cash fast. Keep your emergency fund in a safe, liquid account so you can access it immediately without worrying about market ups and downs. Looking to speed up your emergency fund savings? Try cutting back on non-essential spending, picking up a side hustle, or selling unused items. Every extra dollar you save brings you closer to your goal. Get creative and look for ways to increase your savings rate, even if just temporarily. Keep track of your emergency fund progress by checking your balance regularly. Set mini goals and celebrate when you reach them. Seeing your fund grow can be motivating and help you stay on track, even when saving feels slow. Some common mistakes include using your emergency fund for non-emergencies, not saving enough, or keeping your fund in a risky account. Stay disciplined, review your goals regularly, and make sure your fund is always ready for real emergencies. Avoid these pitfalls to keep your safety net strong. Life changes, and so should your emergency fund. Review your fund at least once a year, or after major life events like a new job, moving, or having a child. Adjust your savings target as your expenses and responsibilities grow. Staying proactive ensures your fund always matches your needs. Retirees also need an emergency fund, even if they have steady retirement income. Unexpected expenses like medical bills or home repairs can still arise. A dedicated fund helps retirees avoid dipping into long-term investments or disrupting their retirement plans. Business owners should have a separate emergency fund for their business, in addition to their personal fund. This helps cover unexpected expenses like equipment repairs, slow sales periods, or legal issues. Keeping business and personal funds separate ensures both areas are protected. Pet owners should consider extra savings for pet emergencies, like vet bills or unexpected pet care costs. Even a few $100s set aside can help you handle surprises without financial stress. Adjust your emergency fund to include your furry friend's needs. If you have ongoing medical needs or a chronic condition, consider a larger emergency fund to cover unexpected medical expenses or insurance deductibles. This extra buffer can provide peace of mind and help you manage health-related surprises without financial strain. Frequent travelers should plan for travel-related emergencies, such as last-minute flights, lost luggage, or unexpected accommodation costs. Having a bit extra in your emergency fund can help you handle these situations smoothly wherever you are in the world. If you live in an area prone to natural disasters, consider a larger emergency fund to cover evacuation, temporary housing, or repairs. Being financially prepared can make a big difference in how quickly you recover from unexpected events like storms, floods, or earthquakes. Car owners should factor in potential repairs, accidents, or insurance deductibles when setting their emergency fund goal. Unexpected car expenses can be costly, so having extra savings ensures you're not caught off guard and can get back on the road quickly. Homeowners should include a buffer for urgent home repairs, like plumbing issues or roof leaks. These expenses can be unpredictable and expensive, so a well-funded emergency account can save you from financial headaches when something breaks at home. Losing a job is one of the most common reasons people need an emergency fund. Make sure your fund can cover your essential expenses for at least 3 to 6 months, giving you time to find new work without panic. This cushion can make a stressful time much more manageable. Medical emergencies can happen to anyone, and costs can add up quickly. Your emergency fund should be able to cover deductibles, co-pays, and unexpected treatments. This helps you focus on recovery, not financial worries, when health issues arise. Sometimes, emergencies require sudden travel like visiting a sick relative or attending a funeral. Having extra in your emergency fund ensures you can book last-minute flights or accommodations without financial stress. Plan for these possibilities when setting your savings goal. If you rely on technology for work or school, consider setting aside extra for sudden tech failures, like a broken laptop or phone. This ensures you can replace or repair essential devices quickly and keep your life running smoothly. Legal emergencies, like needing a lawyer or paying unexpected fines, can be costly. Having a bit extra in your emergency fund can help you handle these situations without derailing your finances. It's another layer of protection for life's surprises. Sometimes, you might face an unexpected tax bill or underpayment. Your emergency fund can help you cover these costs without scrambling for cash or taking on debt. Planning for tax surprises keeps your finances stable and stress-free. If you suddenly need to move due to a job change, eviction, or other reasons, moving costs can add up fast. Your emergency fund can help cover deposits, moving services, and travel, making transitions smoother and less stressful. To wrap up, an emergency fund is your financial safety net for life's unexpected events. Start small, set realistic goals, and build your fund over time. Keep your money in a safe, accessible account and only use it for true emergencies. Review your fund regularly and adjust as your life changes. With a solid emergency fund, you'll have peace of mind and the confidence to handle whatever comes your way.